Hi friends, how are you? This week I thought we would come visit another area of our atrium. Last week we were at the altar, and today I thought we could come to our baptism area. Some of you probably remember this area. We spent some time last year talking about what baptism means, and there's a lot more that we could talk about. There's a lot more we can say about baptism. But today I wanted to just remember lighting these candles in a special way and thinking about the light of Christ that is shared with us in our baptism in a special way. I'm going to start by lighting this candle. Maybe some of you remember it. This is the Paschal candle. Sometimes we also call it the Christ candle. In our church, every year at Easter, we mark and light a new Christ candle. This is the one that we had in the atrium last year. I haven't gotten to make a new one yet. Maybe I'll wait until this Easter and hopefully we can work on something like this together. The Paschal candle, the Christ candle, is really special. It is a reminder to us in church that Christ brings light into the world. And maybe you remember from our scripture in the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, it says this: "The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who lived in a land of deep darkness, on them light has shined." I want to read that again. Let's really think about it together. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who lived in a land of deep darkness, on them light has shined. When Jesus is born, which we'll start talking about so soon because Advent is coming, the light comes into the world. I think that's something that the prophet Isaiah is talking about. He's talking about when the light comes, what it's like for the people. There's a little song we can sometimes sing about that helps me remember those words. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. This light looks kind of small to me. Maybe, I don't know, do you think this light looks small? Great, when we talk about a great light, we mean, I think, a light that's really, wow, wonderful and deep and big. Sort of like how we talk about the Grand Canyon because it is so big and astonishing. We can talk about a great light being a big, astonishing light. This light is just one candle though, isn't it? So when we think about the light of Christ, this candle will help us think about it. But it's much, much greater than this one light, isn't it? It's much greater. That makes me wonder where it is. Where is the light of Christ? When we're here at our baptism table, maybe you remember that when we talk about what happens when we are baptized, the special way that God shares his light with us, we do something like this. This is a taper candle. I use it so that I don't drip wax everywhere when I'm lighting something else. I'll snuff this one now. It also helps because then I don't have to light another match, and I think we know sometimes that's a little hard for me, isn't it? I wonder what you see on our table now. Does the light look different to you? We had one candle, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. 7 if you count the taper one. The light feels bigger to me. I wonder how this might help us think about our baptisms. I wonder how this might help us think about the light of Christ. Maybe at home you could take a minute and talk about what you see here at this table. Or maybe you could talk about what you saw me do. Where did the light for these candles come from? How has the light on our table changed? There's so much about baptism that we can talk about, and I'd love to talk about it with you. Maybe you can think of some questions that you want to talk about, and you can send them to me and we can talk about them. Right now, I want to say thank you to Jesus for these candles that help us think about a light that is great, even greater than 6 candles. Greater than, maybe than anything we can imagine. I want to say thank you to Jesus for that. And thank you to Jesus for all of you. Know that I am praying for you every day. And I miss you. Bye, friends.